Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, we meet again in the subject of productivity engineering, and for this good opportunity, I would like to discuss about leadership style. Actually, this is the continuation of our discussion about how to improve the employees' productivity. Yeah, as you remember that in maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we have discussed about how to improve employee productivity with some human resource strategy. Yeah, you remember about the maybe to design job description, job specification, and you also remember about job expansion. Yeah, and what we're going to discuss today is actually talking about leadership style. So, why leadership style is very important in order to, or in the productivity improvement program. I give you one example, very simple example. About um, 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, around 2 or 3 years ago, I was invited to be an instructor uh, in an in-house training in an electronic manufacturers, international electronic manufacturers. So if you're thinking about industry 4.0, how to, or what kind of industry 4.0 applied in a manufacturer's company, that company is actually has applied some pillars of industry 4.0, or in other words, I can say that if you want to see uh, how industry 4.0 applied in the real industries, you have to go to this company. The machineries they have is extraordinary. Yeah, if not about considering uh, the number of human resource, they can do all the process of in their production line automatically if they don't consider people. Yeah, even in most of their machine they have sensors, so they know when um, the machine is active, when the machine is idle, when the machine is broken, and other status that they need in order to what is it, to analyze the machines. they also has applied they also applying sophisticated maintenance method, but actually the performance of their assets is actually a bit disappointing in their point of view. So I was invited to be one of the instructor there to provide training about maintenance management. And one of the topics that I delivered in the training was human resource management. When I started a few slides, one of them raised his hand and asked me, "But why we should learn about uh, human resource? We are from maintenance department and we talk about maintenance management. We talk about machine. We don't talk about human resource." And then one answer that one point that I used to answer that question is, management is related with how we manage resources, and the resources for maintenance is not only machine but also information, spare parts, and human resource. That's one thing. And the second thing, yeah, do you ever think that the performance of the asset is not as good as you expected because of not because of the method you use, but because of the human. So once again, not because of the method you use is not good enough, not because of the machine is not sophisticated enough, but because of the human. And one there is one time that I provide a simple quiz for them. So the attendance at that time is around 20 to 25, and I provide them a small quiz, maybe about 16 or 20 questions. Yeah, and the result is very shocking. It's very surprising. I can say about 80 to 90% of all of the attendants there, they have the same leadership style, which is directing. So directing leadership style is actually focuses on telling the employees explicitly what to do. That's directing. So people with directing leadership style, yeah, what they usually do to their employee or to their staff is they're telling them exactly what to do. That's the first one. So what are others leadership style? The second one is coaching. So coaching management combines task behavior and relationship behavior to provide clear direction but allows for some autonomy. So the key is here, provide clear direction but allow some autonomy. Only little, not much, just little. Difference with supporting. Supporting style uses very little direct task behavior but provide a high degree of support to the employees. Yeah, use very little direct tasks. Yeah, but provide high support. And the last one is delegating leadership style. So this leadership style allows for the most autonomy for employees with very minimum degree of direction. So which one is the best? Imagine in one department where all the supervisor and most of the supervisor and manager has the same leadership style, which is directing. It happens to the maintenance department I told you before. So it could be directing is not the best leadership style. Okay, so which one is the best? Before we decide which one is the best, we'll please watch this figure. This figure called willingness and ability matrix. Willingness related with motivation and ability related with skill or and knowledge. And there are 4 areas there. Areas number 1 or quadrant number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And the willingness level can be divided into low and high, ability level as well as a ability level divided into low and high. Quadrant number 1 or area number 1 is the area consists of employees with low willingness, low motivation, and low skill. It is a bit be surprising how a companies or organization can find this kind of employees. Maybe there is something wrong with their recruitment program. All right. And the second one is people or employees with high motivation but quite low skill or ability. Usually new employees are in this new employees and from fresh graduate, yeah, are in this area or quadrant. And the third one is people in champion or champion employees, where they have a high motivation and high ability. The fourth one is employees with motivational issue. They have pretty much high ability level but low motivation or willingness to work. I forgot to mention that quadrant 2 or area number 2, yeah, is the area for people who has training opportunities. Okay, let's relate to the question, which leadership style is the best. There are 4 leadership styles, as you know before: directing, and then supporting, and then coaching, and delegating. Let's talk one by one. Directing. Try to apply directing for the people in this area, where the people are high skill and very competent, and also high motivation. Imagine you have staff, high skill and high motivation, but you have, for example, directing leadership style. What happens is maybe, yeah, and you telling them what to do, the thing that most likely they already knew. They knows how to do things, but we apply directing style. Instead of we improving their performance, they can turn into quadrant number 4, become people with motivational issues. Yeah, so directing is not a good option for quadrant number 3 or people in quadrant number 3. What about supporting? Yeah. Supporting, in my point of view, try to apply supporting for people in quadrant number 4, people with motivational issue. As you remember that supporting give a little direction, but provide high degree of autonomy. In my perspective, it is fit to this style fit to people with motivational issues. Yeah, well, coaching, combining tasks and behavior, and is provide clear direction. Providing clear direction is good for people in here, and delegating is good for people in quadrant number 3. Means that most likely directing leadership style is fit to people in area number 1. All right. So, which one is the best? It's not your answer which one is the best. From this perspective, we can see that actually there is no leadership style that can fit all quadrant there, or no such fit all. If that's in the conclusion, meaning that one leader or supervisor, they have to be able to identify their staff, whether their staff is in quadrant number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then they can change their style according to the maturity of the staff. The maturity means the willingness level and ability level. Means that if they see staff that could be in quadrant number 2, they have to be a coaching, they have to apply a coaching style of leadership. If they see or meet people or staff in quadrant number 4, yeah, they have to change their style into supporting. If they meet people or staff in quadrant number 3, they have to be change their leadership style to delegate leadership style, and so. So briefly, one leader or manager or supervisor, they have to be able to master, to be able to have all the leadership style, and it should be balanced. Should be balanced. So we come to conclusion. What kind of leadership style fit all? There is no leadership style that fit all. The leadership style that fit all quadrant is situational leadership style. Situational leadership style is actually leadership style where the leader, the manager, or the supervisor can see the situation, yeah, where they meet particular type of stuff, or they meet a different level of maturity of their staff, and they can change their leadership style straight away. And for discussion number 3, what leadership style fit to different quadrant? Yeah, we have answered that question. So actually, how to improve the motivation? Yeah. To improve the ability, it can be done by give them training. Okay, but how to improve motivation? To improve motivation, you can refer to this slide. You can use the Abraham Maslow theory, or you can use McGregor's theory, or any other theory that you think is fit to your organization. Okay, I think that's all that I can discuss for today. Yeah, see you again on the next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.